Hello everyone. Hello to all my viewers, all my replay viewers, all my Twitter viewers, and all my YouTube viewers. Welcome in everyone. I'm sorry, as usual, I'm having difficulty flipping the camera. Hi everyone. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me just fine? Hi. Hi Andrea. How are you today? Happy Sunday. Can you hear me, Andrea? Andrea, are you able to hear me? Welcome in everyone. I'm sorry. I was trying to share it and I got quiet. Hi Andrea. I tried to sharing so everyone could come on in. I'm just waiting on some more people to come in so we can get started. But can you hear me okay? Oh, okay. I see it now. I'm sorry. No, I see it now. It's fine. Okay. So, okay. Okay, that's good. You can hear me. I hope that freezing doesn't last long. So, while everyone comes in, I'm just gonna get started. Making gluten-free tortillas, but of course I'm doing ground beef. Okay, good. So you can hear me just fine. Good, good, good. I'm glad it stopped freezing. Today I'm making a taco bar with gluten-free tortillas. As we know, give me 1 second. Let me show you what I'm using. So just to start, oh goodness, the light's on it. So these, this is corn masa flour, so it's corn flour, and we make the tortillas from scratch. I like to add my own little something to it because sometimes following the directions on the bag can make it a little. Yes, I had to adjust so you all can see my stove, but my stove is tucked back, so it's kind of hard, and then I have a vent here, so you can't really see down directly. So I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna start with the flour tortillas. Excuse me. This is what I'll be using to make the tortillas, but we're gonna start with the ground meat. So bear with me as we do that, okay? But I'm also going to make the tortillas, so yes, that'll be fun. Okay, good. Good. And then when I start cooking, I'll make it, I'll angle it more so you can see the pot and everything. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's just a little hard to get it angled in here because my stove is back. Hi, Dr. Fumi. How are you today? Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you for inviting your followers. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna start with the ground meat. So let me get a pot ready for the ground meat. We're making tacos. So I'm using ground beef. I believe it's beef. Yeah, this is beef, not chuck. And we're just gonna ground the meat and then add the seasoning. Had to make sure that the seasoning was gluten-free because we are focusing on a gluten-free diet this week. So we had to make sure that the taco packet is gluten-free. So I have about 1.5 pounds. Oh, I need to angle it better. Bear with me 1 second so you all can see. All right. Let me get the stove going, and then there we go. But it's still weird. Okay, so this is about 1.5 pounds of ground meat. This is beef. You can use chuck. Some people use turkey, but I chose to use beef because I like ground beef. Or you can use chicken, shredded chicken as well. So we're gonna start with this. And while we're working on this, I'm going to start the tortillas. Okay. All right, so we're gonna leave this to do its thing. And I'm gonna make the flour for the tortillas as I showed you earlier. So we're just letting this ground, and then I'll have to show you how I make the tortillas. All right, bear with me. I gotta wash my hands. Thank you for the hearts, everyone. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining, Henry Bernard. Welcome to World Changers Sister Tribe TV. Today we're making homemade gluten-free tortillas. By the way, my name is Tiffany. I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. You all can see me. I don't want to move the camera because it's focusing on the meat, but here we go. That's easier to do. Hi, my name is Tiffany. The name of the show is We Love Food, and we prepare food for people with food allergies. Today we're focusing on gluten, or people that are gluten sensitive or have gluten allergies. And so we're making homemade gluten-free tortillas with corn flour, and this is the ground meats that we're preparing so we can make a taco bar. Thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate it, Dr. Fumi. Oh, today's your first day on Periscope. Wedger Rushlin, welcome. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for coming in. Oh, this is up your alley. Hi, G-Money. How are you? Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. Okay, so the meat is grounding, and then I'm going to start with the tacos. So, like I stated earlier, tortillas. Like I stated earlier, I'm using corn flour, and we're going to make it from scratch. Just follow the directions on the side of the bag. It's basically 1 cup of flour to 3/4 cup of water, or if you want to make more, that will make about 8 tortillas. But if you want to make more, you can also do 2 cups of corn flour and 1.5 cups of water. It just depends on how much you want to make. So I'm only making 1 cup. So let's get started. So here we go. So we have a cup of flour. Oh, this is a half cup. I'll do 2 of these because this is a half a cup. I grabbed the wrong spoon, measuring cup. So this is a half a cup. So we'll be doing 2 of these, and then we'll do 3/4 of a cup of water. I add a little bit of oil, some basil, and some sea salt, just because that's my thing. But you can choose whatever you would like to add. I just add that because to me it tastes better. So the basil looks like this. It smells really yummy. And it says whole small basil. And this is a sea salt. I'm not sure. Well, I might in the container. Basil oil and sea salt. Yes, basil oil and sea salt. And I just do a little bit. I don't do a lot. The salt, you definitely don't need to do a lot, just because. And I don't like salt, but it gives it a little taste. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to measure it just for you guys, but usually I just sprinkle. Whatever I feel like sprinkling in that day, I sprinkle. So just for you all to have an accurate measurement, I'll do have 1/8 of a cup. Yeah, that's my so this little bitty one, that's 1/8 of a cup. As you can hear, the beef is doing its thing. It's cooking. I'm gonna let it do its thing, produce its oil in this water, and then we can herb and drain it and add our seasoning once it's done. So I'm just letting it cook. So if you hear that, it's just the meat cooking. Alright, so in the corner over here, I'm not sure if you all can see me. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit. Like I said, my stove is tucked off, and so is my counter space. So it's a little hard to angle the camera, but can you see that? I'm over here on the red bowl. Okay, good. Thank you for joining. Hello, hello, happy Sunday. We're making tacos, excuse me, tortillas. I keep saying tacos. We have a taco bar, but we're making tortillas. So just this little amount of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And like I say, normally I don't measure this. I just sprinkle. So, and then we're going to do a little bit of basil. And we're going to need, this is 1 cup of corn flour, so 3/4 of a cup of water. And a little bit of oil. The oil, to be honest, I just gauge. So that's going to be a guesstimate as well. So let me see. I usually say about a half a teaspoon. Excuse me, half a tablespoon. I apologize. Half a tablespoon. Yep. All right. And that's because when you put it in the skillet, the directions specify, you know, you don't need to put any oil. But if it has its own oil in it, it cooks a lot better. So I just do a little bit of oil. I'll double it. But you don't want it like greasy. But you want it to have its own oil. So that's just my preference. You don't have to add anything. You can follow directions on the box, but I like the salt and the basil taste. And so I'm just going to get a spoon and get my water. I prefer to use warm water, guys. I don't know why. The cold water, it does it the same way, but it just, to me, it needs a little better. So, and like I said, it's 3/4 of a cup. So, measuring cups around my house are like socks. Like, you can never find the ones that really match or go together. I don't know why that is. So I have all these different ones, but not one set. So that's 3/4 of a cup of water. Okay. Okay, by the way, just to reset, welcome to SisterTribeTV. My name is Tiffany, and this is We Love Food. It's an allergy, it's a show for people with food allergies, and today we're making gluten-free tortillas. So thank you for joining, and thank you for coming in to SisterTribeTV. Okay. So I'm mixing with the spoon, but this doesn't do me any justice. So I gotta get my hands dirty. I already took my jewelry off and washed my hands, so we're good to go. I'm just gonna knead this dough, and if it's a little dry, guys, you can always add a little more water. Like, this is a little dry, so I don't like how it's coming out, but we're gonna keep kneading and see what happens. Sorry, World Changers, We Love Food is on weekly on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Like I said, this is a little dry, so alright. I'm not sure. Used to kneading stuff with my hand, but if you're not first, but you'll be surprised how well this dough minutes. Okay, and while it's resting, I usually wrap it in a damp paper towel and wrap it in some wax paper, and then I'm just gonna add a little more water. This is unusually dry today, but anyway, so when you're putting it up for 30 minutes, wrap it in a damp paper towel, and I usually just wrap it in some wax paper and put it, leave it out in room temperature. It doesn't need to go in the refrigerator or anything like that. It's really easy. So I know you all can't see it, but here it is. It's all coming together. I might have to stay right here so you all can see what I'm doing. But had to make sure that eye wasn't on. I got nervous. I'm not used to having plastic bowls on the stove. Okay. Alright. So it absorbed all of it. And like I said, wrap it in a damp paper towel. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I just get 2 sheets of paper towel, wrap it up, and leave it for 30 minutes. And then you'll be good to go. So, see, just made it damp. And then wrap the ball. And we'll put this to the side because I already had one that was rested. And we're going to roll it out and get this tortilla made today. So we're going to turn on this eye in the back. Yeah. All right. Medium-high heat. Medium-high heat. You can't see it, but this skillet is the one in the back. I wish you all could. I guess I could put it up here so you all can see it, huh? That would make sense. It's just the eye is smaller. And this is an ancient pot. It makes the best cornbread and tortillas, so I love it. All right, the ground beef is almost done. Thank you so much. All right. So once this is done, I'm going to drain it in a colander and add the taco seasoning. So let me show you the one that I chose to use. You can use whatever your favorite brand is. I prefer this brand. I also use, my hands has flour and stuff on it still. Alright, so this is the brand I use. Hello, thank you for joining. Welcome. And I drain it, add it. It has the directions on the back. It's very easy. But of course, I add other things to mine. I'll show you in just a moment. Alright. So we're going to set this to the side. Alright. Actually, let's move this over here. It's a bigger eye. I can turn this off. All right. So now we're going to make the tortillas. And like I said, I had one that was already resting. And it's ready to go. I had it wrapped in some napkin. Excuse me, some paper towel. And it was damp, so it held it together. It's pretty cute. Let me get this stuff out the way. But I need the rolling pin. Oh, yes, you'll need a rolling pin. Or you can use your hands, because sometimes I don't want to use my rolling pin all the time. It's just, you don't always feel like doing that. So, well, I don't. So, we're going to put this together. Break off a little piece of dough. I'd say, I don't know how to measure this. I don't know what size this is. About the size of a little ball. Depends on how big you want it. But I don't want it too big because I like them small and kind of ugly. Because they're homemade, so they can look like however I want them to look. They don't have to be perfect like the ones in the store. So I just put it in between two wax papers. Let me show you. And you just roll it out. And then you put it in a warm skillet and let it cook. That's why I put a little bit of oil in it. Alright. So I like mine kind of thick. And be careful with the wax paper when you're taking it off. Just take your time. And you put it in the hot skillet like so. I'm going to make another one. That's why I put it to the side. And basically you just flip it. I use my hands. But if you're scared of being burned, you can use whatever you choose to use. Such as tongs. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Welcome to SisterTribeTV. Thank you for joining. This is We Love Food. And today we're making gluten-free tortillas. Alright, so I'm rolling out another one. I'm going to try to do this one bigger. Try not to make it as weird shaped. But it's not looking very good. Okay, so time is winding down. And like I stated, as far as the taco meat goes, that's fairly easy. Ground the meat. Add the taco seasoning of your choice. I'm going to put this in here. And if you have excess or just want to make it extra cute, you can always break off the ends that you don't care for. It can look however you want it to look. But basically, you just make it like that. All right. And so we're going to move forward. So our time is running down. All right. So this is a taco bar. I have jalapenos and green peppers, jalapenos and green onions, tomatoes, cheese, and purple onions. And that's what I want in my taco. So that's over here. And then once these get done, we have the meat that was already grounded here with the seasoning included. Sometimes I add some of the jalapenos to the meat. It just depends on who's eating, if kids are eating, or if it's just me. But you can make it however you want it. You can garnish it how you would like. Hi, Kasika. How are you? Welcome. Okay. All right, so that's the ground meat. And the tortillas are coming along just perfectly. So as soon as they start curling up towards the end, I just grab them and I flip them. They're going to be a little hot. So if you're not used to that, use tongs. But I use my hands because it's easy for me. So not trying to brag, just yeah, I prefer to do it that way. So can you see this? Okay, you all couldn't see the skillet. So I'm telling you about something you can't see. Is that better? All right, good. So now you can see the tortillas. Yes, they're ugly shaped. They look like those things at the bottom of the ocean. They're shaped kind of weird, but yeah, they're gonna taste good. Okay, so this is better. Can you all see it? Okay, so that's the ground meat that I did earlier, but this is the one with the seasoning. It's ready to go. And also, this is the garnish that I chose. So I have jalapenos, green onions, purple onions, cheese, and tomatoes. So I'm just waiting on the tortillas to get done, and then we can eat. I also like avocado and lime with mine, and cilantro. So this is the finished dish. Yes, I'm so ready to eat, y'all. This is much better angle. Thank you so much. Okay, so these are the tortillas. Of course, this is the ground meat with all the garnish, and I love avocado. I'm gonna show y'all this avocado I just got from the farmer's market. Like, it's so huge and it's so nice. It's so good. I'm gonna eat it with everything. Andrea, I wish I had some bulla, because I would definitely be eating this with it. I know you know about bulla too, Miss Kasika. Yes. And so I just flip it as we go along, and then we'll be good to go. But if you have any questions or curious about how to make gluten-free food, I enjoy. Okay. I have fun, you guys. I always enjoy cooking. This is my last flip. They say flip it 3 times, and yeah, it's about right. It tastes pretty good. You care. Okay. Well, it was nice, guys. I thank you for joining, and thank you for all the love. You all enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thank you for coming into World Changers Sister Tribe TV on Periscope. Please don't hesitate to join us on Facebook at World Changers Sister Tribe. Bye, guys. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Bye. Oh, Your Highness, thank you for coming in, but you'll have to catch a replay. Have a good evening, everyone.